welcome back. I'm Mike Gray, Capability and Resourcing Manager at HE, and thanks for joining NHS Project Futures Festival 22 today. We're delighted to be welcoming Gavin Spencer from the APM, the Association for Project Management, the only chartered membership organisation for the project profession in the world. Gavin is here to share an overview of the organisation and highlight some of the incredible work they do and the many ways that you can get involved to grow your experience. And when it comes to project management, founded in 1972, the APM are celebrating their 50th anniversary, #APM at 50. And we're delighted that they're here supporting the NHS Project Futures Festival 22. Welcome, Gavin.
Fantastic. Thank you for the introduction and welcome everybody. Good morning. I'm sure many of you know today's St. David's Day. So my wife told me as she left the house, it's also World Compliment Day. So let me start by saying thank you for having me here today. So I'm going to start with a question for you all, actually. There's 4 images on the screen there. So in your chat, if you're able to open the chat, just briefly put in there what you think those 4 images relate to. And that's linked into my my title, the pilot, the nurse, the teacher, and the power station. The power station picture is actually a bit of a curveball because it relates more to the individual rather than the actual power station. So let's say the power station operator. I'll give you a couple of seconds just to come up with your thoughts around that. Okay. Right. Okay. But let me kick off while some of those comments are coming in. So many of you, I'm sure, will be going on holiday at some point this year. Some of you might stay in the UK. Some of you may well be fortunate enough to jump on a plane and go somewhere exotic. Now, I'm sure when you've checked your bags in, you've gone into the departure lounge you've got on the plane, you would put your trust in the pilot. You almost wouldn't give it a second thought that they're capable of flying the plane to get you to your destination. You know, they've put in at least 1,500 hours flying hours and spent probably the same amount of time on a simulator. So if the pilot happened to have fallen ill the night before, you wouldn't expect Sue from accounts to just step up and say, "I'll take over that and get you to the destination." And likewise, I'm sure many people here have got children. You can probably see mine lurking in the background on the wall there. But when you send your kids off to school, you would take it as read that you're leaving them in a safe environment, that the teacher is fully equipped to teach them efficiently. You just wouldn't give it a second thought. And likewise with the power station worker there, you know, you've got power plant operators, power distributors, power dispatchers. You may well have a nuclear power station operator. So again, these are individuals who are very specialized and who just wouldn't, you wouldn't just get someone off the street to kind of work in an environment like that. And certainly not preaching to the experts in the room here today, but if you or your family are somewhat poorly and need medical attention, we trust in the NHS, obviously being the world leaders in healthcare, and you know, you would just expect that you're going to be looked after by a team of experts. So as some of you put there, those 4 images really are linking through to the fact that they're all specialist professionals. So if you got that right, then 50 points to Gryffindor. But want to just make it clear, really, the point I'm trying to make is that we take it that there's certain individuals in certain roles where we expect a certain standard for the highest successful outcome. So there's certain functions where you wouldn't want to gamble with the outcome, and project management is exactly the same. So I'm Gavin Spencer. As Mike said, I'm from the Association of Project Management. I'm going to take a moment to just talk you a bit through who we are, what we do, and tell you about how we're really determined to build a world in which all projects succeed, with project management being recognised as a core life skill for all. So a quick agenda there. I'm sure you can read on screen the details there, so I'll try and avoid reading what's up on the screen there. And I've got a really nice video to play for you guys at the end. So everywhere you look, there are projects. Projects all around us, large scale projects, you know, There's construction going on all of the time, new sports stadium, music festivals are going to be around the corner very quickly with Glastonbury, and the Brits took place recently, Leeds Reading Festival, major sporting events, marathons, half marathons. I'm sure many of you were around when the London 2012 Olympics took place. One of the biggest projects this country's seen, and obviously rejuvenated major parts of East London. And we've got HS2, which is being built at the moment. Crossrail soon to open. And many of you might remember the connecting of the UK with mainland Europe through the Channel Tunnel, which again was an incredible project which began in 1988 and opened in 1994. The COVID vaccine, obviously an incredible project in itself there, to bring the vaccine to the world, where it was delivered at a rapid pace. But on a more of an everyday basis, companies at the moment are going through digital transformation. There's many companies that are moving from that paper-based way of working to the digital ways of working. And even this conference where we're at today, the Project Futures Festival, would have taken huge amounts of work behind the scenes in choreographing from the likes of Joe and Mike and all of the team behind the scenes. So what is project management, I guess, in the simplest terms? And I think really the only way I can describe that is saying that every project needs a manager to ensure the project success. And this is really somebody with their eye on the detail from inception all the way through to delivery. So simply put, somebody who gets things done. So project management really is about mapping out what you want to achieve, how you're going to achieve it, how long it's going to take. I'm sure that there's obviously budgets and finances that come into that, but it's very much about communication, making sure that everyone involved shares and understands that journey. So successful projects really have people with the right skills and knowledge at the heart of the projects, all working together. And in some respects, I gave this some thought earlier, I think that almost project management or good project management is invisible, because it means there's an absence of problems and the prevention of failure. So in a way, the project manager is almost the unsung hero who kept everybody on track. And at APM, what we do, we support project managers in all the amazing work that they do, from someone who's just getting involved in and around project management through to an experienced individual with years of experience. So as Mike said in his introduction, APM, it was founded in 1972. So we're celebrating our 50th year this year. We've got our headquarters in beautiful Prince's Risborough in Buckinghamshire. And we are the only chartered body representing the project profession in the world. I'm going to sound like Jeremy Clarkson when I say that. And we received our, when was it? It was 2017, we received our Royal Charter, which we're hugely proud of. And as it says on the screen there, we're really positioning chartered project professional as the global standard for project management. And I'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. Here's the classic slide with some of our members in. So this is just really to give you an idea of the snapshot of the organizations who work with us. So it could range from construction companies, education, healthcare, professional services, technology companies, telecom, banking. It's really every organization that you can imagine. And for those of you who like your stats, there's details with regards to APM in numbers. And again, I won't go into full detail with that because I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but there's over 35,000 individual members. There's over 500 corporate partners, which are really businesses from those sectors. And a major part of what we do is around qualifications and upskilling. We're actually an educational charity. So on an annual basis, we award around about 18,000 qualifications. There's details there of some of the events and the CPD related activity we do. But we also work with over 500 volunteers and ambassadors throughout the UK. So yeah, we're a national organisation with connections overseas as well. And there's some details there with regards to some of the reasons why both companies and individuals join APM. And we're delighted that in the current climate, membership continues to grow. And you know, I'm going to talk you through some of the ways in which APM can really help to grow project managers and their expertise. So part of our organisation, the makeup of APM, is that we've got a incredible research department. I think there'll be some links shared where you can access some of this information. If not, you can go to the link on the screen there. But there's two pieces of research that I really want to bring to your attention. And we work with government departments and the majority of all the UK's leading universities. And those two pieces of research that I highly recommend you taking a look at. The first one is called the APM's Golden Thread. And that's research which we sought to identify the size and contribution of projects and project management in what that brings to the UK economy and society. So we conducted that in conjunction with PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers, and it's got a focus on healthcare, charities, and SMEs, small medium enterprises. So do take a look at that. It's a really, really interesting piece of research. The other piece of research there is called Dynamic Conditions for Project Success, and that really is set out to address emerging themes, gaps in knowledge, and answer some of those big questions around the project profession. So they're really continually downloaded from our website. We launched them relatively recently, and yeah, highly recommend if you get a chance to take a quick look at those. Now, with regards to APM membership, I'm going to talk really more about the individuals. There is the corporate partnership, but I think if anyone wants to know about that, just email me. But I'm going to focus more on the individual membership, and we offer 4 types of membership, and each one has been really designed for someone on their own pathway aligned to project management. So from a student all the way through to someone who's got some experience, through to what's called a fellow, who's been involved in project management for 10 years or more. So depending on where you are, you would have access to a range of different benefits. And you can, if you see on the screen there, those logos, what we found is our members absolutely love them because they're in effect digital badges, and people use them on LinkedIn, email signatures, their CV, and it has that stamp of approval to show that you're being brought up to speed and that you're aligned to the principles of APM. For the members who fall into the category of a fellow or a member, they get to use the letters after their name, the post-nominals of MAPM or FAPM, and again, they hold a high level of credibility there. Some of the details of the ways you can get involved in the member benefits are on the screen there, and just picking out 3, let's have a quick look. So there's very, very heavy discounts on a lot of the publications we produce. There's access to the APM project journal. I've got a copy of it here. There's a few of them lurking around in my home office, but a fantastic publication. 4 of them a year come out. And there's also access to an exclusive fellows forum for those individuals who are fellows. On the website, there's loads and loads of information. It's full of, it's continually being updated, full of everything from podcasts to glossary of terms, fact sheets, templates, checklists. There's a document there which is called the Body of Knowledge. It's up to version 7, which is a really, really key piece of information, which is really a foundational resource which provides all of the concepts and functions that make up professional project management. There's 3 routes to Chartered, and Chartered is that golden chalice. So, but what we've done, we put together a really comprehensive training plan for individuals, and just kind of touching on these very briefly. The first step is the APM Project Fundamentals Qualification. This is a great way for someone just getting into project management to understand some of the basics and the principles. Stage 2 is the PMQ, which is the Project Management Qualification. So it's almost for that intermediary level. And then going on to stage 3 is the PPQ. So this is that 3rd stage on the route to that holy grail of chartership. And I'm sure many of you have heard of a chartered accountant and a chartered surveyor, very prominent in people's minds. But now in this day and age, as I said earlier, we as a chartered body are in a position to award people to become a chartered project professional. And certainly when those big projects are around, that is something that really allows you to stand out from your competition. And I remember a lady who went through this process. She said it really is a badge of recognition that shows that you're at the top of your game. And there's 3 routes to achieving chartership. Really, it's about having a proven track record in delivering project programs, portfolios, having up-to-date knowledge, and being actively involved in the project profession. And I think someone said to me, in today's environment, with it being so competitive, having that chartered standard gives the individual that competitive advantage over the competition. And it's really about kind of giving back to the project profession in that front. If you're interested in any of the training or chartered, that's a route for you. There's a whole load of resource online. There's a register. There's about over 2,000 individuals who are registered on the official chartered register. So yeah, do check that out. I think that's largely it from me. So as I mentioned earlier, we're celebrating our 50th anniversary this year. So we've got a short 2-minute video, which includes Debbie Lewis, who's the chair of APM, and also Professor Adam Bodison, the chief executive of APM, and I hope you enjoy it. So roll VT, please.
In the last 50 years, the world has changed beyond recognition.
As we look to the future, addressing key challenges such as climate change, social inequality, and digital transformation, we know it will change even more.
If the last decade has shown anything, from the London Olympics to the COVID vaccine, it's the power of successful project management to deliver positive impact.
And as the only chartered membership organisation representing the project profession in the world, APM and its professional community are at the forefront of delivering projects that succeed and benefit society.
This year we celebrate our 50th anniversary.
Since our foundation by the Pioneering 7, we've worked tirelessly to set the highest standards, and in 2017 we achieved the ultimate accolade. Chartership gives the profession the recognition it deserves,
showcasing its importance and our value to the world.
It makes us proud to say we're part of the project profession, and there's still more to do. We're committed to raising the profession's profile even further, setting the agenda and challenging the status quo when we know it will make a difference.
Collaborating with trusted partners to share best practice and amplify impact. Leading the project profession community by giving our members best-in-class knowledge, the latest skills, and the opportunity to make new connections.
Continuing to build our expertise together, adapting quickly as our environment changes.
So that every project, big and small, can succeed. We want a future where confidence in projects to solve our greatest challenges and change society for good is a given.
Making our world a better, more sustainable and inclusive place.
And welcome back, everybody. It's a brilliant video, isn't it? And it really kind of encapsulates the great work that we do. So that's really it from me. Just 2 last points here. So delighted that Professor Adam Bodison is on the agenda. He's talking on Thursday. So he's delivering a keynote titled Looking to the Future of APM and the Wider Project Profession. So do check that out. I know there's some a quiz link to some of the comments that Adam's making. And we're delighted that we've got a exclusive 25% discount code for the NHS. So it's NHS 25. In my history, I've been involved with the APM. I've never known us to discount anything. So yeah, by all means, I hope that you know, if you're interested, you can use that. But if you want to have a look at the website, please do check out the. There's details of the job board. There's learning. There's certainly downloadable content. And yeah, you know, please do get involved. My contact details are on the screen. If anyone's got any questions at all about the presentation, just email me, connect with me on LinkedIn. But I think the only parting words I can say is that APM is very much like a gym membership. The more you use it, the more you put in, the more you will see value and results. So thank you for having me today. It's been an absolute pleasure, and wish you all the very best for the future and for the rest of the conference. Thank you.
Thanks, Gavin. That was absolutely superb. And yes, do take advantage of that 25% off membership. That is a rare thing. And as an APM member, I value the membership greatly, and there's some great resources there. So thanks for sharing that with us, Gavin. So up next, there's networking and festival quiz, time to have lunch, and then join Raquel Silvestre, who's our Diversity, Inclusion and Participation Manager at HE for Distributed Leadership for Inclusion, Embedding Inclusive Objectives. Thanks very much, Gavin, once again, and see you soon.